Hey guys, Mix here, and in this video I'm going to be telling you guys the success that we had with the engine, how we had this success, and also we're probably going to be working on it a little bit. So as you guys know, I was having a problem with a nut that was on the stud for the cylinder, and it was not coming off with anything. Torches, vice grips, just wrenches in general, nothing. So guys, I was not going to let this nut defeat me, and I absolutely demolished it. If we go over to the engine here, I got everything covered up, but this is the stud that was giving me problems. Well, mostly the nut that was giving me problems, but so what we did is we drilled through it both sides, because you know I was just like, screw it at this point, just we need to get this done. So we started drilling through it, and then we had like I don't know, some type of bit. I'm not sure what the real name of it is, but it kind of sands it down, but it like also goes right through it at the same time. I'm not sure what the name of it is, but we also use that to get the rest of the nut off. And this is what the nut looked like when we were done with it. So if you guys follow me on Instagram and Snapchat, then you guys saw a hint of what happened. But therefore, since we were able to get that off, the cylinder was able to come off. So I've thrown a couple clips that we recorded of just what we did last night when we were taking off that nut.
That's what she said.
Cleaning up all the metal little shards from the bolt, which is right here. This is what's left of that bolt. So I hate that bolt. And there was a lot of metal shaving, so definitely had to make sure that that was all cleaned up. Just got done raining, and right now the rain is holding back, so I wanted to record. I made sure that it's not going to be raining at all, because obviously I don't want this engine to get wet. I dried everything around it, you know, put it down on a paper towel, covered up all the holes and everything that goes into the engine. But right now it's not even drizzling or misting or anything, so I'm taking advantage of this. And if we can't work on it today, I'll just work on it tomorrow. So if we uncover the piston, the original owner said that he did a Wiseco top end rebuild, and he wasn't kidding. Like, this piston looks basically brand new, so I don't think that we're gonna have to do a top end rebuild. I'm contemplating on whether or not to get a new piston ring for it. I'm really not sure. This one, I mean, this all looks brand new. So the reason it was smoking is because of the crank seals, because it like didn't even have any. So I don't think it was the piston ring. Worst comes to worst, if we put this all back together and it's still smoking, I'll replace the ring, maybe even the piston while I'm at it. But I'm gonna see if I can still use this stud. Like, if I were to cut off that top and if the threads are still be able to push through the cylinder. If not, I just always take this one off and just buy a new one, which I'm probably gonna do. So now that we have access to the top end, I wanna take out the wrist pin and take off the piston. And then once we do that, I'm gonna start getting the engine ready to split the cases, take off all the surrounding bolts that we have left, take off the shifter so we can pull the shift rod through, and then just pull out the rest of the parts that are related to the shifting. Then we should pretty much just be ready to go. So guys, let's start out with removing this piston. We'll just take off that C-clip, which I hate doing because they fly everywhere. So you gotta be careful not to lose that. So get started with that, and then we'll move on to the bottom end. Go. And there's the piston. Alright, so now I'm just gonna slide out this little bearing just so it doesn't slide out and fall out anywhere. And I felt the connecting rod to, you know, make sure that these bearings were good, and there's no up and down movement like at all, so that's really good. So now that the piston's off, I'm gonna go ahead and take off the shifter, and then go over and take out the shift linkage. Alright guys, so it's starting to drizzle a little bit, so I'm going to cover up this engine, put it back inside, and if it starts raining again, I'll catch you guys back today, but if not, I'll catch you guys back tomorrow. Alright guys, so we were back the next day with the engine, and I didn't continue yesterday because it continued to rain all day, but we were back on this beautiful day. And now we're gonna continue what we were gonna do yesterday. You know, start taking off the kickstart. I'm probably gonna clean up around here just so nothing falls into the engine once the cases are split. Then I'm gonna take out the remaining bolts on the outside, along with, once the kickstart is out, removing the shift linkage. What I'm gonna do first is remove the shift linkage, and then we'll do the bolts on the outside. The shifter is off. Now I'm just gonna clean up the rest of that stuff. I started it, I'm just gonna clean out the rest. As I said before, I don't want any particles to get down into the engine once the cases are split. So we're all cleaned up on the side. Now we should just be able to push right through. And then there is the shift linkage. So pull this right through. There might be a washer at the end or something. Put that right there. So now I'm gonna pull out the rest of the shift assembly. And I'm pretty sure that you need to pull this out as assembly because apparently that there's springs on this part that are really annoying to get back in. So I'll be careful in pulling that out. I'll just undo these 2 screws and then slightly pull it out. Alright guys, so as I always say, there's always that one bolt or screw. This screw came off. It's loosened right now, but this one rounding out like normal. And you guys are probably gonna say because it's Harbor Freight screwdrivers, I'm not using Harbor Freight screwdrivers. I'm trying Stanley screwdrivers. I'm even trying these little bits, which are working. That's how I got the one that actually came off. But the other one, it's like falling apart just like the one. So I'm not gonna push it because I don't wanna make it even worse. So I'm gonna try and find like a big screwdriver or anything like that, and that'll probably work. But in the meantime, just so we can get this video going, we're gonna move the kickstart idling gear. We gotta move this little C-clip, and then we'll go back to the screw. So I've been trying for like a half an hour now to get this stupid screw off. I tried retightening this one because maybe there's too much pressure on this side. I retightened it, nothing. The screw's just totally shot. I tried hammering down this bit, nothing. I tried sticking a flathead in there, wouldn't work. So I just tried a trick, the rubber band trick. I'm sure most of you guys know it. You know, when you put it on the screw and it would grip it better and then turn it. No luck, of course. So guys, I'm gonna move on to another thing because obviously, of course, there's always something stopping. So now we're gonna go onto the other side and take off all the screws on the outside. So all the bolts around the outside are off. So guys, I'm pretty angry that this screw is rounding out because once that was off, we could probably start splitting the cases because I know some of you are thinking that I'm dragging this along. It's been 4 months, that this is taking way too long. I want this done as fast as possible, just as bad as you do because I'm the one working on it. You know, obviously I want to ride it and I just want this done. But there's always that one thing that's holding me up. So I'm gonna try a different couple tricks, and as you can see, I don't know if you can see, but the weather is changing. It's about to start raining again, of course, so I'm just gonna try a couple things. I might have a tool at my work, maybe an impact screwdriver, and that might work. I'm gonna try that out. So I'm definitely just not trying to drag this along because, as I said, I just want this done. But everything on the engine is out except for the shift pulse because that is just, you know, obviously with the screw. So next video with this will be, hopefully, I'm staying positive, that the shift pulse will be off and we're gonna start spinning the cases. So guys, just hang in there with me. The support really helps me out. It helps me want to keep going and keep working hard to get videos up for you guys faster and done for you guys as soon as possible. But anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you guys know any tricks to get out stripped heads on screws. I'll read them all. I read all the comments all the time, and I really enjoy all the support comments and people that are trying to help me. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, tell your friends about the channel.